Have you ever felt that strange emptiness, where you're surrounded by people yet something inside feels miles away? You laugh at the right moments, say the right words, but deep down, there's this quiet ache, this sense that no one really sees you. That's loneliness. Not the absence of people, but the absence of being understood. Most people think the cure to loneliness is more friends, more followers, more social energy. But the truth is, you can fill your life with people and still feel painfully alone. Because the cure isn't more people. It's a quiet skill, one that almost nobody practices anymore. And that skill is attention. Not the loud, performative kind of attention that screams, "Look at me." I'm talking about the quiet kind. The kind that listens, the kind that notices, the kind that says, "I'm here with you, fully." We live in a world that's constantly screaming for attention. Ads, notifications, endless talking. But genuine attention, that's become rare. And because it's rare, it's powerful. Here's the strange paradox. The fastest way to stop feeling lonely isn't to find someone who listens to you. It's to become someone who listens deeply to others. When you give someone your full, undivided attention, something changes in the air. People soften. Their guard drops. Their words slow down. Because maybe for the first time in a long time, they feel safe. Scientists have found that when two people really listen to each other, not pretending, but truly listening, their brainwaves start to sync. Their bodies release oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It's nature's way of saying, connection achieved. You don't need to fix anyone. You don't need the right words. You just need to be present enough to hear what's beneath what they're saying. Imagine talking to someone who doesn't interrupt, who doesn't wait for their turn to speak, but simply listens, like your thoughts actually matter. That feeling? That's what everyone's looking for. And when you give it, people remember you. Not because you were interesting, but because you made them feel human again. Carl Rogers, one of the most influential psychologists of the 20th century, built an entire approach to therapy on this principle. He called it unconditional positive regard, listening without judgment. He discovered that people don't heal when you tell them what to do. They heal when they feel understood. That same principle applies to everyday life. When you start practicing it, loneliness begins to fade. Not because everyone suddenly changes, but because you do. You start connecting at a depth that most people never reach. Attention is love, disguised as silence. It's the rarest gift you can give and the one that costs nothing. But it requires something difficult in today's world: stillness. You can't listen if your mind is busy rehearsing what to say next. You can't connect if your focus is split between a person and a screen. So the next time you talk to someone, try this. Put down your phone. Look at them, not intensely, but gently. When they speak, don't plan your reply. Just listen. Notice their tone, their pauses, the emotion underneath. When they finish, say something simple like, "That must have been hard," or "I get what you mean." That one small moment of being seen might be the highlight of their entire day. And oddly enough, it'll be the highlight of yours too. Because here's the secret. When you give genuine attention, you start to feel connected too. Loneliness begins to dissolve the moment you stop waiting to be understood and start understanding others. You stop chasing connection and start creating it. There was a fascinating experiment at the University of Chicago. Strangers were told to ride the same train every morning, but for 1 week they were asked to talk to the person sitting next to them. Most participants said they'd rather not. They assumed it'd be awkward. But by the end of the week, nearly everyone reported feeling happier, calmer, and less lonely. The simple act of giving attention, even to a stranger, was enough to change how they felt about life itself. That's the quiet skill at work. No fancy psychology, no grand gestures, just presence. And maybe that's what we've lost in this world of speed. the art of being here, really here. We rush to reply, rush to entertain, rush to escape silence, forgetting that silence itself is where connection actually lives. The moment you stop trying to impress and simply listen, people start to trust you. Because listening is honesty without words. Here's the thing. You don't have to wait for the right person to practice this skill. Start with whoever is in front of you. A friend, a coworker, even a stranger. Because connection isn't built on the who, it's built on the how. And when you start giving that quiet kind of attention, something miraculous happens. People begin to open up. They start mirroring your presence. They start listening back. That's how loneliness ends. Not in a crowd, but in a moment. Not by being seen by everyone, but by truly seeing someone. So tonight, when you talk to someone, don't try to be interesting. Be interested. Ask one question. Listen all the way through. Reflect what you heard. That's it. No tricks, no rules, just presence. Because connection isn't about finding the right people. It's about becoming the kind of person who knows how to connect. And here's what's beautiful. When you practice this, people begin to feel something rare around you. They feel peace. They feel seen. They feel safe. And that feeling is what everyone's been searching for all along. So, if you've been feeling lonely lately, remember this. The answer isn't out there. It's right here in your attention. Give it gently, quietly, and watch how the world starts giving it back. Before you scroll to the next video, pause. Think of one person in your life, anyone, and reach out. Not to talk about yourself, just to listen. Send them a message that says, "Hey, I've been thinking of you. How are you really?" Then stop. Wait. Let silence do the rest. Because sometimes the smallest act of attention is what ends the loudest kind of loneliness.